There's soft scrub. Oh, they're still there. They are still there. Oh, man. They're still there. Put a shot on that Fallschirmjäger MG. We're getting shot at from the mortar. This is Close Combat Last Stand Arnhem. You're watching episode 27 of the Allied campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. It's still 0900 on September 18th. Let's head back over to Oss with 1st Battalion, 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment. These guys are going to be bringing along some air and mortar support. We should be sitting in a pretty good spot. This one's a first. It's going to be Cleaning Company. We do not have a lot of spots and we do not have a lot of firepower, but we are going to go ahead and bring along 1st Platoon of Rifle, and then in 2nd Platoon we do only have one section. It is an additional platoon leader. I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing. And then in 3rd Platoon we do only have one mortar and one machine gun. I did swap out the 60mm mortar that it gave me in favor of the 81mm mortar. So let's hope that that works out for us. But this was kind of a tough fight, so let's play it a little bit different. Enemy is loaded. So all of 1st Platoon's Fallschirmjäger, MG42, then Fallschirmjäger again in 2nd. 3rd Platoon, they have a mortar, and 2 more Fallschirmjäger, both MG. Not great. Last time I was pretty spread out trying to contain them, and there were obviously too many to contain. They did push very hard at the church, and I made like a half-hearted effort to defend it, but it is what cost me all my lives. I am nervous about this deployment because the church is still going to be the hot spot, I feel like. So I'm putting in a little bit more effort to formally defend it. Clorox Wipes is in the north. I've got them back one building. I know that it wasn't the same team, I don't think. I don't think it was my lead element that was here. I'm trying to remember. But whoever was here did still get shredded. The one difference, though, is that with having more firepower up front in the church, I'm hoping that this is a little bit more of a supporting role for Clorox Wipes. So Pine Sol and Mr. Clean are both in the 4-story steeple. I'm hoping that they're able to gun down just whatever's right in front of them. The problem that I do foresee is that if there's just MG set up straight across from me, I might still get shredded. I don't know how else to hold this position without just surrendering the church. Behind them, I have Fabuloso. They're just holding down the southern flank of the church to keep enemies from coming up behind us and allowing Pine Sol and Mr. Clean to focus on what's right in front of them. Kaboom is pulled back a little bit. I would like them closer, but there's no good places of cover where the enemy isn't going to have some obscure line of sight. So Kaboom's just going to have to stay more towards the rear right now. Down in the south, I do have an idea. Now, like I said, last time I was trying to spread out a little bit more and keep everybody contained. Because of the large neutral zone, I can't take the buildings I would actually rather take. So what I've done is I put Comet right here in the northeast corner of this building. They can see all the way up the main road. I don't know if that's going to help or not, but at least there's a little bit of machine gun fire that could possibly support the defense of the church. Beyond that, I do have Soft Scrub, Windex, and 409 actually being the teams to hold down this multi-story building, and they would be our maneuver element to be able to push out to the west and take those flags that we did rightfully take. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. They might spawn different now that I have units in the south. They might spawn different now that their area has expanded. So I kind of went 50-50 on this, and again, my only thought is if I've got all my units in the middle or in the north or in the south or whatever, the enemy is going to just overwhelm my flanks because they have so much more. This kind of locks down most of the map and hopefully will draw most of their attention to the places where I have my fire concentrated. We should have mortars online immediately. At least I'm hoping. And then we got to hang in there for the air support. If that's the case and they're right in front of us, we're just going to go wide open with the mortars and try and kill as many as we can early. Let's see if I can get a better performance this time around. Yep, that's not great. They are right in front of us. I was kind of hoping for the idea that these guys would be hidden and be able to defend. But we are just already engaged. If we could kill this Fallschirmjäger MG, that'd be great. Units here. No mortars online yet. Our mortars going out. What is this? Platoon lead. Guys pushing. I don't know. Do we just let these guys open up? Clorox wipes, maybe we keep hidden for a minute because they're going to be a little bit more close range and not have as much ammo. Trying to figure out where their mortar element is. Right there. There's the mortar. Mortar's going out. Soft Scrub took a beating. They are getting shot at and mortared from the west. Windex. Focus on that. Windex is already wrecked. How? Oh, it's because they're all unconscious. Okay, so they're not all dead yet, but they are having a bad day. Pushing up. Mortar's falling here. Mortar barrage is up. Mortar barrage going out. South is just a struggle, but we're hanging in there. More guys pushing east. Good effect. I'm not sure if Mr. Clean can hit one of these other targets a little bit better. It doesn't seem like it. I'd like to hit this Fallschirmjäger MG before they get set up in a building. Pine Sol, same kind of situation. They're not overly effective, but dropping the heavier team that's getting close to a 3-story seems like a better option. We still have not dealt with this Fallschirmjäger MG, and they are kind of shredding us. We are actually going to lose Comet. That's not great. That's not great at all. 409 is just suppressed. Is it just one Fallschirmjäger MG in there that's just having its day with us? Come on. How could that one team be wiping out our entire southern defense? Also, our mortar has not had any effect. It's probably out of range to effectively hit that mortar in the south, which is very unfortunate because that's a major threat. I don't know that there are a lot of good options here. I can drop mortars here. I still feel like that's maybe not ideal. Comet is wiped, by the way. So there goes our MG. I think we actually got this. I don't know why, but we don't have a target there anymore. Soft Scrub's down to 1 man. Windex. If we could switch them with Soft Scrub, they might be able to put some shots west. And then 409 doesn't really have any effective angles. If we could drop this lead element, I would start moving guys across. We'll see if that works out. All right, so there's a second team here, and I don't think that the mortars are going to be effective on that. They're just like way too off target. That's too weird of an angle. Soft Scrub take Comet's position. The south is not great. Fabulosa's engaged. We got very close contacts here. Can't support it. Fabulosa's already taking casualties. That's not ideal. Again, Clorox Wipes doesn't have any range. They kind of need to save their ammo for closer targets. We probably can't make the run across the street either because of this team in the 3-story. I could try and loop them further back, but I don't know that that is great. And if we come down here, can they do something? It's like we could go here, here, over here, and then into the building. We could see how that works out. Enemy forces are pushing up. We have 2 mortars left. Let's see if Windex can take them out. There's 1 guy left or something. No, there's a couple. Yeah, they still have 3 here. We just don't see them all or something. Or they're unconscious and they're just not moving. Okay. Do we get... Maybe not. Maybe it is only 1 guy. I really can't tell what we're looking at there. I thought it looked like there were a few stacked on each other, but maybe it is just this 1 guy. Hold up, he's running. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Well, that was a horrible shot. These guys are getting closer. Still not quite ready to be engaged. 409 probably has this on lockdown as they get close to the building. We are being overwhelmed up here. Engage there. No line of sight there. Last 2 mortars going out. Fabuloso. Just keep these guys hit. Yeah, if they can keep them hit in this field, that'll probably be okay. I think we can keep them out of the building from there. Clorox Wipes is going to move down. Pine Sol engage here. Pine Sol's low on ammo. Just keep hitting them. Whatever you can. Do what you got to do. These guys are getting close, but they should be open, easy targets. We'll move up right there. These guys are not wiped. We got another team advancing a little bit further north. Why are we not shooting? Because we're out of ammo, pretty much. That's really the story here. What happens if we move out? Can we, like, get an angle on these guys before we get overwhelmed by a second team? There we go. No line of sight there. Let's see if we can take this building. Where is... Did we lose the second team? What's going on? Who's here? There's Soft Scrub. Oh, they're still there. They are still there. Oh, man. They're still there. Put a shot on that Fallschirmjäger MG. We're getting shot at from the mortar. Still an MG in this building. It just stopped shooting at us. These guys are down. Clorox Wipes. I don't know. Maybe... Do I go to the rear? Do I try and go back here where I've got like a little bit more of a different angle instead of just straight down on these guys? Fabuloso is going to get wiped. All right, we got in here. Fallschirmjäger MG was maybe down to just 1 man or something, and that's what that was all about. I don't know if... Wow. Okay. Axis morale broke, probably at the right time, to be honest, because we were just going to start getting shredded by an MG. Why does it seem like the map looks worse? I mean, I know it's saying I've got this and I've got this. I don't know that I do. We've got like maybe a little outcropping that we just took, but it doesn't look better. Considering how bloody that is, and those Fallschirmjägers are just lethal. Like, I should have had every advantage. We were in multi-story buildings. We had cover. We had the ambush. Their guys are out in the open field, and they just gunned us down. We still do have 67% morale to their 33, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to outlast them fighting like this. This one was better than the last one, but still not ideal. We killed 14, and we wounded 16. We took a single prisoner. They killed 7, but wounded 19. So not a lot of discrepancy there. It's a pretty even situation, but I do think if I can hold on in some of these positions, the enemy will wear down. I just don't know that I've got enough firepower, manpower, and ammo to actually last long enough to do that. Up first, we have Clorox wipes. They were not really active, but they were coming in. They were there for moral support, you know. Pine Sol took some casualties. These guys have 7 kills. Mr. Clean, terrible outcome for Mr. Clean, but they did get 5 kills. Windex, we got a bronze star in Windex. 9 kills. Okay, so Private Bloom getting 8 of those 9 kills and the bronze star. Bro, you need a battlefield promotion. You need to be leading Windex on the next one. Soft Scrub, 1 kill and not great. The whole South was just honestly terrible. 409 did come away with 2 kills, bunch of casualties. I don't love it. Fabuloso, no kills. We got 1 guy, and I was really counting on these guys to hold down that South defense, and they did not do well. Kaboom only got 1 kill. I was targeting things far away. Maybe that's really where it comes down to, is that Kaboom was just too out of range to effectively hit targets. But the fact that they're all alive and we did get 1 kill, we'll just call that a win because that battle sucked. I'm not exactly sure what happened here with Comet. I didn't see exactly what was hitting them, but I'm guessing it was just that Fallschirmjäger MG that was straight across the street. The problem is, we should have been putting machine gun fire into that building, and they should have had their heads down. They totally wrecked our machine gun, so I'm guessing this was their priority target. And then we only got 1 kill. So, lost the 30 cal. We need that. I actually like that position for the machine gun. Just, you would think 4 teams in one building 20 meters away from a single opponent would have won that fight, and we did not. Enemy first platoon leader survives, no kills. Fallschirmjäger MG, 3 kills, wiped out. Fallschirmjäger unharmed, 4 kills. Fallschirmjäger MG, wiped out, 2 kills. MG42, unharmed, no kills. Second platoon leader, wiped out, no kills. Fallschirmjäger MG, wiped out. Now, these guys were active. They have the surrendery, so this must have been the team that was straight across from us. They did get 9 kills, which is wild, but I'm guessing that the gunner that surrendered, he didn't stop shooting because of ammo or something like I was thinking before. It was just that he was down to 1 guy and didn't want to shoot. He was cowering. And then Fallschirmjäger, these guys are wiped out. They did get 3 kills. We got 3rd platoon support leader. They have no kills. The whole team survives. I don't like that. Their mortar was pretty active. They got 4 kills. We wounded 1. It doesn't count. Fallschirmjäger MG, single guy surviving. They have 1 kill. These guys aren't going to make it. Another Fallschirmjäger MG, wiped out, no kills. So, the overall fight went a little better. The outcome still seems to be about the same. It was a little bit cleaner. There's still some stuff we could do to clean it up. But again, to just keep them kind of contained and have opportunities to shoot targets in the open, I do feel like I need to be split. I just need to maybe be a little bit more on point. Maybe I should have used defend instead of ambush. I really thought we would be able to get the drop on these guys. I didn't want them opening up on targets that were 100 meters away and give away their position. But, you know, the enemy really did just detect us. So, I don't know. I'll have to consider that going forward. Let me know if you think I should just use defend going forward on this fight, or if I had the right approach, they just happened to spawn right in front of me. If you enjoyed the fight, go ahead and like the video. Click the subscribe button to support the channel, and you can support me as a content creator by becoming a channel member. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.